Ladies and gentlemen, it's that whiskey soaked man from the wild, wild east. I'm not whiskey soaked, but if I work hard at it, I can have that whiskey soaked voice. It's Buckskin Cal. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Buckskin Cal. First come, first serve. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome, Daisy, and welcome. Happy to be here. Oh, that's right. It is Ramadan, so happy Ramadan. Hope you're getting by. See, it's the evening time. You probably are able to eat now. Good. It was yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think it's just the proper Turkish hello. Buckskin Cal. Maureen. I'm working on them right now, Maureen. She said, how are the sandals coming along? I got them in these little molds. These are, now I took that first one was just a test. So I put the actual buckskin in here. Right now I'm putting some, like, I'll call it dubbing. It's like fat salve stuff on here to thicken up and waterproof it a little bit. I think it's got beeswax in it too. It was something I read as a way to kind of waterproof and harden up the buckskin. So welcome, Maureen. That's Heather's mom, by the way. I'm going to put this on, then we'll pull it from the mold, and I have my scissors. We can even cut it out, but I want to be super careful. I want to burnish the edge a little before I cut it because I want to cut very accurately. Rob, what's up, man? You might not know this, but yeah, Heather told you I was right, and I was working on my British rap. I'll spit a few lines and see what you think about them later. I'm a little shy, you know. English Cal. Call me Birmingham Cal. Birmingham Cal. Wessex Cal. Where's Wessex? Where's Wessex? I imagine it's the West version of Essex. Where's a hardcore place to be from in England? Surrey Cal. Ralph, what's up, man? Ralph in the house. Heather, if you want to, you can make it members only chat. Do we have, these are all members or mods, right? Everybody in here is either a member or a mod. Except your mom's not. No, don't make it members only until your mom's out. I don't want to kick your mom out. Sir Cal of Mercia. First of his name. I got to use the elocution for that. Of course. I do have a few lines. Of course, I'm making fun of Americans in it, so it's the British, it's an English, it's a bunch of English disses to Americans. Like I'm making fun of. It's a diss rap, an English diss rap. So you have to drop a beat to it. You have to drop like a sick ass beat to it. Hey, welcome. My name is Buckskin Cal. Some may call me that. Some may say I'm Buckskin Cal. Working on these sandals right now, flip-flops. And they're actually made out of buckskin that I made. I tanned it myself. Got a lot of tanning going on right now. Let me show you some show and tell. I got a raccoon last night. Whoop. Show and tell. I don't do the heads though. Shout out to Critter Getter. He does heads. I don't do those. Get your nose away from that. The dog is really interested in it. It smells very, very nice to her, and I'm not surprised. If I had a little like meat stuffs to throw her, I would. But I look a little hefty in here, man. Got a lot of layers on. I'm gonna have to drop some layers off. That is roadkill. Yeah. I can confirm when that was killed. It was between between 10 p.m. of Sunday night, right? 10 p.m. of Sunday night, and like it was like 11 a.m. of yesterday. So, and it did have evisceration. So there was like it was this. That's the thing about when I skin these animals. It's not as easy as if I trapped them. If I trapped them, it's tricky because they're not perfect. When I pull the skin away from the body, there's blood, and I have to clean the blood. And if the blood stays on there or whatever else evisceration is on there, it causes the hair to fall out. So it's really tricky. Hey, Bill, welcome. Yes, making fun of British people and British people making fun of us is hilarious. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of really bad British rap lines that I wrote that are dissing Americans here on these here 3M what you call it you can put these have Heather tag 3M post-it notes in the top corner of the screen. Nah, I shouldn't. I'm gonna wait on that. It's really good. I mean, it's really good because it's really bad. It's so bad it's good to me. It could be so bad it's bad to you. You know? But welcome. Hey, do subscribe to the channel. We're marching towards 5,200 subscribers, y'all. Please. That's what we're really trying to get to, that number. Hey, yeah, become a member. Also, the way if you want to chat, that little $ down in the bottom corner, hit that $, become a member. And or if you're a mod, you're also in. So members and mods are in here. Let's take this off, and I guess let's do the other one first, and then I got to work on my handle. Remember, we're also we're doing nothing in here. We're putting rubber bands around bottles. Watch me flip through these live streams. All right, dude. There's no dude in this video. He's got 40s in his room. There is okay. She doesn't have anybody in there. This lady's just her face. She's doing kisses, blowing kisses to the camera. She's got 112. Jelly Bean, whoever that is, no offense to Jelly Bean. So it's rough. Post-it notes. Hey, there we go. DT. Rob hit 1,400 subscribers today. There you go. Great. Hey, double tap that screen. Like this video. Whoops, I didn't mean to pin anybody's message or unpin or kick anyone out if I did. It's my gloves. All right, let's do the other one. All right, here's the other one. Give it a little spritz, a little bit hydrophobic, so it's actually getting waterproofed a little bit. So whatever we did yesterday was working. You know, beaver tail is like keratinite. It's not even like leather. It's not skin. It's more like fingernail, I think. Beaver skin is good leather. It's thinner though. It's like raccoon though. It's fatty, right? So beavers are very fatty animals. Supposedly, I've never had beaver, but it's supposedly very, very good, delicious, like very good. But beavers are fatty animals. So the best answer to your question is that the tail is not actually leather. It's some kind of keratin. And you can look it up just to fact check me. But when you tan a beaver tail, you actually have to get the meat up out of the tail. It's like doing ears for deer. If I have Oak Ridge Taxidermy, he can talk about doing ears. Ears are difficult because there's a lot of tissue inside of there. I think that the beaver tail, I know the beaver tail is one that you have to clean the inside or it will rot and it will smell really bad. And you won't notice it. The outside, that keratin part on the outside, I think that's more like a fingernail than skin. Oh, thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. He said you have a great attitude. You're awesome. I love that. Thank you. Yeah, so here we go. I'm going to take these off, these molds off, and we'll see what they look like. Zoom in on the work. They seem to like that. Heather, you can pin those Jorgensen clamps or one of these other items. We were just kind of joking about the 3M stuff. Thanks, Bill. That's very kind. Very kind, Bill. Hey, it's a members only chat today. We have about 200 members and about 25 renewers. So we want to reward those folks by providing an exclusive perk for them, which is a members only chat where only they can be involved. And so that's what this is. YouTube gives me that power to do that. Hey, man. Yeah, I was talking. There's a question on here by Bill Clancy about beaver tail. And my response was that beaver tail is not really like leather. It's more like a fingernail, and that there's meat inside of the beaver tail that has to be removed in order to preserve the beaver tail. So maybe you can clarify whether that's because I'm a beginner and I've actually never done a beaver before. Oak Ridge Taxidermist probably has. So he can answer that question a little better. All right, buckskin, right? Shoe form. Now, I think this is firm enough. I could probably put it back in the mold and put more salve on it, more oil to get it even more waterproof. I think even around these edges here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do these edges while we have this here. Some little bit of leather ASMR here. It's kind of fun. Definitely satisfying. So the question was, is beaver tail tough leather? And I think beaver tail is like, and I want to think of another animal that I can compare it with. I bet it's like armadillo scales. It seems to be that kind of keratinite. I'm going by my instinct. I was always out in the woods as a kid, you know. And I handle beaver tail at the local. I live basically in a swampy area, in a wetlands, and even a boardwalk. Right near my house, there was a boardwalk on the wetlands. And so we had a lot of beaver around there. So I handled a lot of beaver tails. And the beaver tails, to me, felt like a keratinite material. Yeah. Can't remember what the park folks said, you know. And I haven't asked Google. This stuff right here has got beeswax in it, coconut oil, a number of other oils in it, just to kind of make stuff smell good, but peppermint oil, oregano oil, some other stuff in it. But mostly the basis is beeswax and coconut oil. So 2 oils that are pretty solid at room temperature. Heather was worried that if I use those and it gets hot, like say I'm using this flip-flop and it gets hot, the beeswax is not going to melt out of these things. It's just going to soften, right? The leather is still leather. And then like all leather, like if you have real leather couches or something, you have to treat them every once in a while. You have to take care of them and do maintenance. Someone say beaver. Certainly did. There's a beaver mentioned in here. Miss Heather says she wants an armadillo as a pet. I should probably read my British raps now since numbers are low. I can read my British raps. I got to get like hyped up, like, like I got to get like bruv. You know what I mean? That's what he said. The young people say bruv, so I got to say bruv. Harry Kane, best footballer ever. Harry Kane. Make the dogs drop a beat. Use birch bark oil. Nah, I don't have birch bark oil. I got a lot of oils here too. Don't have birch bark oil. Never use birch bark oil. Nope. But all oils, I imagine, if you're oiling leather, and leather, like the Germans, the Nazis had these things called jack boots. And as much as I don't care for Nazis, they did have really cool boots. The boots were originally a suede buckskin texture, but they oiled the mess out of them to get them black like you would think of them. Now, I know it's scary. I'm not endorsing Nazis, guys. Please don't take it that way. But they just oiled their boots. You just oil the leather enough. It's like getting polishes, you know. That's why people, and you can essentially turn a suede kind of into leather by creating grain, and the grain would be the oil that you add to it, because the grain is nothing but a membrane on the leather. I don't know if they're sending alerts out or if I'm not in the shorts feed or something. It's just really abnormally low numbers for me. I've done, hundreds of live streams, so it just seems a little low for me. And the last couple of days, it's getting lower and lower and lower. Maybe the algorithm's adjusting or something. I don't know. Definitely want to provide the content for my members. So I'm trying to decide right now, but it's not worth sitting online forever with such low numbers. And even members only chats usually draw numbers higher than that. So it could be the news, could be the war or whatever. The war. Huh. Another one. The war, the news, whatever the hell it is. But never use birch bark oil. This is fun and satisfying though, y'all. So what I'm doing is I'm wet forming flip-flop soles right now. What I'm gonna do, guys, for these will be the top of my insole. So these will be where my foot sits. And I'm gonna actually go on here, and I figured out a way to do this. If I put my left foot on here, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to cut here because there's gonna have to be a piece of leather that goes like from here to here over your feet, right? Actually, two pieces of leather. It V's out from there over your feet, and then they're attached in here. If I put my foot on there, I can know exactly where to place that spot. And so I think that's probably a good way to go. Now, I tell you what I'm going to do. If I rip a piece of this cork off here, and I don't want to it doesn't really matter whether it's together or not. If I take some of this cork, and I can either put it in a blender or I can just try to piece it together in there, and I put it in here, probably blending it would be best. And then I use barge cement. I can make a pretty water resistant surface. This is kind of like this cork breaks up pretty easily. So I think I could probably grind this in the blender into a fine powder mixed with an adhesive and then filled into this area here, right? It's going to create a soft but waterproof area. Then either rubber right here after you've got your cork layer and your cork layer is smashed down. I use the heat gun, smush it down with glue, right? Mainly off grid, what's up? And once I've done that, smushed it down with I've taken this cork, and you could probably use, if you have birch bark, you could probably use birch bark for this. It's flat. Anything that you have cork is a great material, but a lot of people don't have access to it. Cork in there, birch bark, any type of flat material, then a rubber or another piece of leather. This will be I can't really flip it, but you can kind of see. Let me see if I got my other. Let's pretend this is suede. This will go over that. It'll be stitched together. And then I told you I would have that other side. There would be the leather that goes through there, either riveted down or sewed down. And then the two straps. And then you have a flip-flop, essentially, is what you got. A really well-made one, actually, with real materials. So that's what I'm going for. And I don't want to lose any of this cork either. Stuff's expensive. Good stuff, right? We're only making flip-flops from scratch here. Made our own leather and everything. We don't deserve views, right? Shouldn't send anybody over here. Maybe somebody will pop in my chat and tell me to engage with my chat. How's my chat doing? Chat, welcome. Thank you. Welcome to everybody. Yeah, this is buckskin. I oiled it on here. I'm going to continue with this project. I didn't plan on going live a long time today anyways, to be honest. I'm winding it down a little. I'm trying to take this week a little easier. Pushed a lot to get to that 5K mark. So I'm not going to quit. I got to do lives all. This is the thing about this. It's going to make you want to quit all the time. You know, these things, it's real easy to want to quit. What's hard is to keep going at this thing. All right, so that's one. Well, let's get the other one over here, do the same thing. And I got a long form video I'm working on that I just have to make sure that I use my time wisely, right? So if I'm pissing in the wind on live stream, right, I'll much rather, you know, be working on that long form video about roadkill and stuff like that. Don't make me come out there. No, it's fine. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. My name is Calvin. This is Dad's Workshop. Whatever I just did to bring the people in, I wish I could knew what it was. Sometimes we're kind of clueless here. This is the other one here. I'm going to go back and put this back on for a second. We're going to oil the top. Yeah, that's fine. We're 31. That's good. This is members only, so it's going to push some people away. Doesn't matter. I can't focus on those numbers. I can't focus on that. I just keep doing it. The project is more important, right? You put your heart in the project, the people will come. That's fine. The project and your communication with your folks. Right? Communicating with my folks. All right. Here we go. Where's my post-it notes? Oh, they're in my jacket. You're gonna have to forgive me because this may be the worst rap I ever wrote. I'm trying to write rap like a British person making fun of, and it's not rap. It's just a series of lines. You can just drop a beat, just drop an imaginary really sick ass beat. You know, way too sick. You ready? Like fuck off, Yanks. Petrol in our tanks. You like that? Petrol. That's my first line. Oh, never mind. It's got to be like, no. It's like, fuck y'all Yanks. Petrol in our tanks. It's cheers, not thanks. Right? 1 bar. Y'all see how many bars I got? 1. And there we go. British rap is okay, but English rap is better. Got a Union Jack and St. George on my sweater. Right? Here we go. You like sweater better? Here we go. Milk in my tea, right? Because you all drink milk in your tea, right? Milk in my tea, sausage, bacon, eggs, beans. Pour a little liquor. Put a liquor. That's what you guys say. Pour out a little liquor. Pour out a little liquor. Pour out a little liquor for the queen, right? See, because she died, the queen. And then you just got to see, we're English, so we're rapping and we're English, right? Milk in my tea, sausage, bacon, eggs, beans, right? Like a British breakfast. Is he looking at it suspiciously? Milk in my tea, sausage, bacon, eggs, beans. Pour a little liquor out for our dead queen. For the dead queen? Pour a little liquor out for the queen. All right. Anyway. I had one over here. I had fuck you Yanks, petrol in our tanks, right? Because you guys like that stuff. But I also had fuck Tom Hanks, petrol in our tanks. Run, Forrest, run. What did I have? Run, Forrest, run. Americans are dumb. It's aluminium. You like that? Oh dear. Oh dear. Milk in my tea. Now Rob's gonna change his mind. Now he's gonna say Rob does a better, or Wes does a better British accent. I was really proud of that. Milk in my tea, sausage, bacon, eggs, beans, tomato. I forgot the tomato. Oh, dear me. I forgot the tomato. Petrol. Petrol. I knew Baby Kisses had to be in there. She's like, oh my God, I had to watch this. If you didn't cringe watching that, man, you got to cringe before they binge. And there needs to be a joke about how American dudes are circumcised in there and don't know it. Like most American dudes don't know they are. Talk. Rob's gone. He's like, I can't. I can't. It should have been British rap is okay, but English rap is better. You know, I got like a picture of the Queen on my sweater. Like every English footballer, I was like Googling English footballers while I was writing this horrible rap. It was like all of them live in the United States now. Anyways, let's get past. I was gonna make there's gonna be part of it that like you all can't. Part of it was gonna say you can't say fanny, you know. But I was gonna say you can't say fanny. BK hates me because I said penis on Lion's channel after I carved a penis. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta be careful. Out here, the landscape is treacherous. Talk about nappies and stuff like that. Oh, we know that. Oh, he said it over and over. Okay. Sounds like a serious issue. We can talk it out. In whose chat? You bet I did. Nasty ass. Yeah, she don't play. Oh my God. Yeah, we can talk it out. Everybody's welcome as long as we don't get each other riled up in here. Let's not push any buttons in here. If I'm gonna push this, oh, Lions chat. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Controversial. Sometimes things can be misunderstandings. Sometimes things can be complete understandings. And you know, whichever case this is, I hope we have an understanding. See how I played the middle on that, you know? Take a lesson. Diplomacy. I don't know whether that was good or not. What? Oh my God. Drama. British. I do think I need to know. I guess it is. Yeah. All right. So we got 2 there. Y'all see? Boom. And like I said, we're going to take cork. We're going to fill this up with cork. I got so much stuff to do today, though. I'm not going to keep doing this because I don't need to anymore. I'm going to put this back in the mold. I'm going to put this back in the mold. Boom. Just like that. I'm going to clamp it back up. By the way, thank you to all my members. This is a members only chat today. Happy to be here. Happy to have a members only chat. Do subscribe if you're new, and consider becoming a member. That's how we survive as a channel. YouTube doesn't. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to here to complain. I'm not here to complain. A lot of people here working towards monetization. So just know that there's like I think you can see the hustle that it takes for some of these folks to make money. It takes quite a bit of hustle. It's not just having a channel and getting ad revenue. So we have to keep our members, and we got to do stuff to try to keep them. We're not going to keep everybody. It's not going to work all the time like that. But we want to keep all the people we can keep. You know, me, I've had, where's the little pinch clamp? That's all I need. There we go. You can use these clamps. So really in this situation where you got these molds, you can pinch these with spring-loaded clamps that probably would work for that. We're going to leave them in those molds for a couple days because I have to get some other leather ready. What did I say? I was going to cut those. Let's work on my handle for a little while first. It's not 88G. I got a bunch of projects I have to do. So oiling those was an objective. And because in Dad's workshop, we're making things from scratch all the time. Remember, we're moving between different disciplines here. We're trying to learn disciplines we don't know. When I saw a comment from Oak Ridge Taxidermy, shout out, he was in the chat a minute ago, about, this was a comment on a video about, do I have any more hatchets to sell? The answer is no, that's my only hatchet. It was hand forged by a guy in Canada. So that's only one of a kind. And if I actually emailed this guy to see if would he sell me a bunch of other hatchet heads and knives to make handles with. And I didn't get the response I was looking for. I'm going to speak to him again. And then from there, the answer is really, unless I get a forge and make them myself. And I think I could probably, there's a lot of cleaning, and I would have to reorganize this little shop to do a forge in here. I don't know if I could forge stuff in the summer. I think it would be too hot for me, but I would forge in the winter for sure. This is an ash handle right here for this hatchet. I have this I believe it is a hewing hatchet. I've used it kind of for that purpose, but also it's needed a head for a long time. Where is that thing at? This is it right here. See how rusty it is? It's not actually in bad. You see how the head is angled? Usually that's typically for hewing. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. It's also got a beard and like a little, what do they call that? Peen for the hammer. Hey, Pilato in the chat? Pilato. Everybody wants to say, if you could, my friend, give us an update on your daughter. Hopefully good news, right? Fingers crossed. Welcome, Pilato, valued member. Nice ash handle, says Miss Heather. Yeah, this is about where it is right here. Let me take these gloves off. I don't really need these for this stuff. I love to hear the birds chirping. Birds are chirping, beads are buzzing. Beads are buzzing. Y'all like that? Pelados, get a room, Miss Heather. Miss Heather say something. Did she say something that objectifies me? I don't like that, Miss Heather. Miss Heather objectifies me sometimes. Today I went past the mailbox once. She didn't know. Stay there, she'll stay. She'll punish me. Stop. Please. Don't go away. My daughter has been making good progress, though it's slower than I'd like. She's still in the that's a pediatric intensive care unit under sedation and on ventilation. Okay. Well, we will, Pilato, Roy, we will keep her in our prayers, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and meditation, guys, are like the power of prayer, right? You manifest that. You open your mind and sit there and put your mind upon the positive thing happening for the person that you want it to happen for. And put your mind on that thing and imagine it happening. I put my mind on having a YouTube channel that had 1,000 people subscribe to it after not being on social media for 5 years. I put my mind on it and I didn't quit and I kept imagining it. I had doubts sometimes because everybody has doubts, right? But we make things happen. We can make it happen with our minds. I believe in the power of prayer. That's what that is. That's not me trying to give anyone false hope, but that's my belief in the power of prayer. And that's just my personal belief. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I totally respect people who have doubts in their own beliefs or non-beliefs, you know. But I believe that this is a special place here that we're born into, and it's not as simple, I think, as what we can feel and touch all the time. And it's complicated, I think. Maybe. Mike Osborne, welcome. Pilato said, I've taken a few breaks. Last night was the first since she went into the intensive care unit that I didn't spend the night at the hospital. My sister was with her last night, and my sister-in-law is with her now. Yeah, you got it. You can't, you're not going to survive sleeping on the couch in that room. It's so hard on a body, man, and you're not getting in. The machine is beeping, and they're coming in to check on her, and so you're not getting consistent amount of sleep. Man, I know you've done this before. Bless your heart, man. You got probably more endurance for this stuff than the average Joe. I mean, I don't even say probably. I say for sure. And I'm speaking to Pilato. Has more endurance for this than the average Joe, just because of the kind of shit luck that you've been handed. You know. Hey, double tap that screen, like this video. Hey, I need subscribers, y'all. I'm trying to get to 5,200 subscribers. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, please. Subscribe to the channel. This is a members only chat today. I try to reward my members with time that they can have exclusive access to a chat and each other, essentially. It's maybe a time where we can all extend apologies to each other for things we've said and done that might not have been above board. Or not, you know. It's also a place where we can understand each other and reconcile and agree to disagree, right? I actually love agree to disagree, man. It's okay to like not agree with everyone on crap. Just some basic stuff we need to agree on for me to like you. Not complicated stuff. These beautiful chisels, by the way, are Narex chisels. Love these. Love them, love them, love them. Swear by them. Heather, pin them up there in the corner. Move those Jorgensen clamps out. Put these Narex chisels on here. These are the bomb.com. Best chisels on the market for the price. Best bang for your buck. So that raccoon, I want to tell you something about that raccoon, Mike, and anybody else taxidermist that's in the house. Since I don't have a trapper's license, and I'm not a North Carolina resident, so I can't trap down here anyway. If I was trapping, I'd have to trap in Virginia, and that's where my license is going to be. If I was out of state trapping, I'm going to pay a ton of money for that. So I got this raccoon. I'm allowed to pick up fur bearers in North Carolina, so I saw this really pretty fresh raccoon out there. Well, he took a hit, man, because his guts were coming out his butthole. And not to gross anybody out, but he looked really good otherwise. But when I skinned him, Mike, anybody who's in here has ever skinned an animal, baby kisses, check out nothing's the matter, babe. His daughter's in NICU in intensive care unit. You know that though, right, BK? You just asked him about that. He responded. I didn't see any somebody say he didn't what did you say? I didn't see anything, Pilato. I'm not offended by anything you said or did. Don't worry about me, bro. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Yeah, no, hey, no. These are, oh, you were saying something about the chisels. No, I mean, yeah, they're up in the corner to buy. I swear by them. They're very, very good chisels. You guys know I do a lot of hand tool stuff. So, and these are not the most expensive chisels. They are some of the kind of lower end, but they are very good, man. You guys know all the stuff I built. Everything I built in the last 10 years has been with these chisels. And yeah, you can get a plastic handle chisel from Walmart and make it really sharp, but I don't know if it's like the steel quality and stuff kind of matters. These are made in the Czech Republic by a company that's been doing it for a while, I think. So I swear by them, man. And I told people this before I got shopping capabilities on here that Narex is one company I was willing to stand by for sure. What did he say? I got to go back up. I don't see nothing. Got one Narex chisel that I bought unhandled. The handle I made for it isn't great, but mostly works. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, no. I understand. I guess Narex would probably only stand by stuff that they sold with a handle on it. I haven't had any problems with my handles. So you can see that the brand is worn off of this one. You can see some of these. I've I re-edged some of these. That's how long I've had them. So there is something to the steel quality, and not quality or like the softness of the steel and stuff matters when you're talking about tools that chisel. So and saws. Those Japanese made razor saws. I have both saws in here. We were talking about this the other day. The saw that you have at your house, the razor saw or the Ryobi saw is like this, right? Roy. This is the Harbor Freight one, right? Here's the Guocho one. I think it's Gaiocho. This is the one I used, and my previous one was just like this too. I would stand by this. Look at see the rubbing right here on the blade. This is because the blade is too wide, or the steel consistency is not right. This hasn't been used enough to look like that. This right here, I mean, I just got this one, but if you saw my other one I used for 10 years, it didn't look nothing. It didn't develop this. It's mostly corrosion that you see it developed, right? And I never had the problem of it feeling like it couldn't go through my workpiece. This right here, when you're rib cutting, it feels horrible. When you're cross cutting, it feels not great, right? It's not great or horrible and pretty good. And, rib cutting, anytime you're rib cutting, it doesn't feel awesome. It's not a real precise thing to do. But stand by this one here. This one here. Sorry, Harbor Freight. Truth in advertising. Oh, I didn't know Pilato's name was Roy. Closely guarded secret. That's right. Hey, thanks for spamming them hearts, y'all. Appreciate you. I like it when people do that. Spam those hearts and help the channel out. They do send people over when people do that. Hey, oh man, I love to hear that sound. Hold on one second. The number of cackles I hear out there right now. I love it. When I was out squirrel hunting this weekend, there was bluebirds in the woods. I swear they were talking to me. Y'all know I built them houses, right? Birds are smart. They were building a nest in one of the bluebird houses that I built, and I knew it. I was right near where I put it up. Some of them squirrels are crafty little things. I know where their house is up in this tree, and it starts as a hole in a limb, and it goes into the oak tree. This is an huge oak tree, and then way up on the, 30 feet up in the tree, there's this hole on a limb, and the limb has a hole in it. I'm sure it goes into the trunk. It's about this wide, and the squirrels are crafty, and they live in there. Many of them live in this hole. So I basically stalk this hole. This is like place I go once every 30 minutes when I'm squirrel hunting to see how crafty those little things are. I got a bunch of squirrel hides to work too now. So crafty. Yeah. I had like that one from Amazon. Pilato said I hide all my squirrel hides. They're not very hard to hide. I have a couple in the freezer now, and then I have one that's uh, I don't have the hair on it. I might try to keep the fur on these so I can show people the my easy hack for keeping fur. Since I got these animals pretty fresh, but I'm really hoping with this raccoon because it was right on the edge of where I would say it would lose the fur. Too much bacteria. I mean, the ones you see on the screen are pretty close to my set. I have a set of like 30. That's a set of 4. They've gone up in price quite a bit since when I got them. Back in the day, they were even more affordable, I think. Yeah, there's an affiliate link up there in our top corner. We get pretty good deals. Those deals that you see are pretty rock bottom. It's hard to find the stuff for any cheaper than that. Otherwise, those links wouldn't mean much. I've got one cut here on this other side that I want to work on. It makes me kind of wish I did have some carving tools, man. Oh crap! Look at that. Did I move forward this way? Oh, I am loose down there. I try to post the best value offers. That's right. Yeah, Heather also looks through to find the best unit prices and stuff. We have options. There's options of options. I said options like I'm from Boston. The hockey. Milwaukee, Boston, park your car. When I went on Mount Washington and I came back down, I was in a flower shirt. You guys know what I wear in the summer. Hey, Cheech, what's up, man? Don't be a bum. Hit that thumb up, not down. Coffee. Like in Long Island, it's coffee, right? And Boston is coffee. You read the sign in the parking lot? That's what this guy said to me. I said, man, it's summer down here. It was really cold up there. You know, I was shocked because it was 40 degrees on the top of Mount Washington. 40 degrees horizontal rain. At the bottom of the mountain, it was 70 degrees. You know, it's sunny. The Narex chisel I bought was the Richter, which is their higher and more expensive ones, which is why I got the unhandled version and only one of them. Zenta 099, welcome. Thank you for being here. Members only chat today in Dad's workshop. If you're interested in membership, then that little $sign down in the bottom corner, you tap that. That's where the membership stuff is. But definitely double tap that screen. Be my 21st like. All right. Welcome, everybody. Happy to have you here. Thankful for today. Thankful for, I mean, we all should be grateful for another day. I'm grateful for another day. I hope you are too. Nothing is guaranteed to us. And this life is really exciting. You got to grab it by the horns and stuff. But there's lots of stuff to do if we seize the day here. That's what the whole channel's all about. That's what we do here. I wonder what I got these new rasps too. These are going to be fun to use on this, right? Almost like farrier rasps. But not for woodworking, you know? Hey, Pelado Creations, just a member shout out here. Pelado Creations has been a member for 7 months, y'all. That's not a little thing. That's a huge thing. 7-month membership. Seven little taps for 7 months of membership. Thank you, Pelado. Or as he's known in some places, after I said that, though, Mike started calling him that. And I felt bad. You're like, Roy, your name's Roy. Baby kisses, thank you for the drumstick avatar. Thank you, everybody, for being here. What? Don't do that. I would have actually stopped you from doing that, man. I am so thankful, though. I'm very thankful. I'm going to have to pop in yours. Hey, Critter Getter got one. That's cool. Now Critter Getter can pop in the chat. Mausoleo 14, Bias Crayfish. I kind of seen that. I've seen that account before. Hey, thank you, Roy. Appreciate that, man. To listen to all also. Man. Nice to see you. New members in there. Hey, members only chat today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to Roy for that. Big thank you. Everybody should, if you have not done this, watch Roy's last video. He made a shelf for his screen in his workshop. He also made a video before that. That's very good. He's doing a good job. Subscribe to Roy's channel. He's taking a little hiatus for family, so I mean, I think he's probably doing stuff. Roy, I'll let Roy speak on that. Carrie, welcome, Carrie. There's a little, Carrie, if you scroll up the chat, you may be able to get where he goes and gives an update. It's a little bit up there. Yeah, Heather may be able to cut and paste it out of the chat and bring it down if Roy's not available. He probably is. He'll give you another update. Unless he doesn't wipe that out again. But the update is Hannah is still on a ventilator. That she is improving, but not as fast as Roy wants. and he's taking a little break and has his sister-in-law at the hospital right now. Did that help? She's still in the intensive care unit. She's improving, but not as fast as Roy wants. And his sister-in-law's in the ICU with her right now. And so thoughts and prayers to Roy. We're hoping speedy recovery comes soon. That she's getting all the best medical care, that she can get. I don't know what I'm doing that for. That's not a good technique, y'all. Y'all know that's not a good technique. I need to take some meat off of this piece here, because the opening for this handle is much smaller than that. We're gonna handle this thing nicely too. It's gonna look good when we finish it. I might even, you know what I might even do? I might even put a squirrel grip on this one, or another leather grip. This would be a good grip on here. Wet mold a grip on there. Show y'all how to do that too. I think Belknap is the company that made this out of Louisville, Kentucky. This Hatchet. I would love to know I think it's probably made around the Industrial Revolution era, sometime between, 18 industrial era, like probably late 1800s, early 1900s, turn of the century. That's my guess. Nice piece of tool. Nice piece of tool. If that's a thing. Nice piece of tool. Oh, I got a whisker that keeps making my nose itch. Thanks again to Pilato for those gift memberships. If you're a gift member, I appreciate you being here too. It's the same thing as a member. You got all the perks for the month. Hey, we're artistic people here in Dad's Workshop, and we do all kinds of stuff. We're not ever limiting ourselves or worried about labels and things like that. And I have an animated short that I would love you to see if you are trying to get into my head a little bit. I have an animated short. It's not something I will put up on my channel because it doesn't fit my demo, but is a piece that I worked on. I actually have it on my. It was in the festival circuit, so I never made it public anyway. But I will probably put that up for members to watch, hopefully before their memberships expire. I like to keep it as a member perk. It's called Unsinkable Mac. It's about the bridge collapse, the Skyway Bridge collapse in 1980, and the survivor of it. I made an 8-minute animated short on that. So I'm really proud of that, and we're multifaceted people here at Dad's Workshop. Did my gift membership not go through? No. I think so. Oh, nah, I think so. Hold on. Hey, Mike. No, I didn't see it, Mike. Sorry about that. My chat's all messed up. Mike sent a gift membership. Let me do both Roy's and Mike's. So here's Roy's. Roy's 5 gift memberships. At Pilato Creations. At Pilato Creations. That's Roy at Pilato Creations. And this one's from Mike Osborne. Mike Osborne also has a channel. Both of them have a channel that you should subscribe to. Mike Osborne, sorry about that, and thank you, buddy. I appreciate you very much, and I missed it there, and I apologize. Also, thanks to Mims for these drumsticks. We appreciate you, Mims, wherever you're at. Wherever you are, you're in my heart. Thank you for everybody for those lovely Pilato for the 5 memberships. Still at the bottom of the screen. That's a sizable gift. Sizable gift there. Appreciate you. I did make some sort of mistake here. I'll show it to y'all. I thought I was I was kind of, this is what you get for eyeballing. I didn't make like a form. And I made this cut right here. And I don't think it goes too far in there. And I'm gonna have to take that material out anyway. But it's upsetting me. It should be like, no, that's actually where it should be. That's where it should be. We want it to fit the contour of this hatchet so it sits nice on there. Well, actually, it's not gonna sit in that spot, is it? Huh. I didn't think about that. It actually should be like this. We have to fix it. We have to fix it so it's a spike down, but we can do this. We'll take it down the handle a bit. And there's so much material on here. I don't think it'll be a problem. Where's my pencil? Pencil strength. Whole new, so change everything up. Hold the phone. Hold the friggin' phone, everybody. Hold the phone. We have done it wrong. Hold the phone. We've done it wrong. We've done it very, very wrong. Hold the phone. We've done it very, very wrong. Now that's the way it needs to be. Like that. Carrie said, I was up to see the moon last night. Oh, man, how did I forget that? We're not good at night. Heather and I go to bed really early, man. Could we have seen it last night on the East Coast? Was it visible to us? Mike Osborne said, is this hickory? It's ash. It's ash. Oh, man, that raccoon's stinky, y'all. Raccoons have a certain smell. They got a certain smell to them, man. Certain smell to them. All right, so what we're going to do, and I'm going to like make a cut right here. That's like right where the contour should start. I'm working my ash off. Buckskin Cal is working his ash off. Y'all like that whiskey soaked? That's the whiskey soaked version. WhiskeySoakedImaging.com. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm doing this the right way. That needs to be up. We need to indent to that. So we need a stop cut here. Stop cut here. This is gonna have to come off anyways, this little rim anyways. So let's just gently. That worked. Just be careful. WhiskeySoakedImaging.com. Might I suggest not pounding the chisel towards my own body? I don't think I'm doing that, Pilato. Pilato, I never work a tool towards myself. Why would he say that? Did he put me on in a reverse? Did I turn the chisel towards myself? I never do that, man. I won't even carve for that exact reason. See how I changed my whole body position to I go outward, man. But good suggestion. That's me all the time, though. Oh, the stop cut angles. Oh, yeah. Well, I got to get those. This right here, if I'm doing this, I don't really have anything behind that, but that's as close to pounding towards myself as I ever get. I think he's cut out usually way ahead of time. Yeah, that's the closest towards a chisel coming towards me, but I have to have my head over here to see that. I guess that's I guess I break my own rule in that way. I never even really thought about that because I've never had an injury from that, knock on wood. because I'm superstitious, not a little stitious. Hey, man, I've already been in the ICU. I'm the one telling y'all all the time with your crazy selves. Those band saws and all that stuff. I've cut myself down to the bone with a handsaw, actually. Real bad, but I learn my lessons every time. If I'm doing a stop cut, man, I guess I could put this thing all the way down. I don't have a way to see. I can't secure my workpiece here either, which is something I see you doing, Roy. Not securing workpieces, holding them. I see a lot of people doing this, holding stuff with your hands on the counter. I don't do that. I got my workpiece secured, so I'm not too worried. But I could do it like this. Here you go. Let's see if this one works. This would be an angle that I could do it. If it'll hold my piece in place, that I can do the stop cuts properly. I mean, I think there's probably merit to what you're saying. I want to make sure that I do stuff safely and don't demonstrate unsafe behavior. I do have nice sharp tools though, as you all know. I prefer this in the other. Actually, I don't mind this position right here. See the weight of the, if I lay the weight of the chisel down, it'll still take material off. Just a little sharpening, just a little sharp flex. And I didn't sharpen them today either. Probably should have been sharpened today. There you go. Getting better at sharpening my tools. Most likely, if I cut myself, Roy, it's going to be tape stitches or me stitching myself because I don't have health insurance, my friend, and I cannot go to the ER for less than you know, a pound of flesh, basically. That's what it cost me to go to the ER. A pound of flesh. It might as well be, right? Everything I've saved, everything I've built. So I do things pretty carefully. Like I stopped skateboarding, you know. Made my run shorter. Dad's workshop is all about doing all different kinds of crafts and making things from scratch. So we're not gonna limit ourselves in terms of just being a woodwork channel. There's a lot of, you got the, what is that guy, the Wood Whisperer? So many woodworking channels. I think there's a lot of future in crafting things, bushcraft skills, the skill tree, learning things, you know, because it's about what you want to do. Like, what are you wanting to do? If you're wanting to do that, and I've told Heather, I was like, I might pivot back to doing more. I got to make a table. I got to make a table out of this bass drum. I want to craft another. I want to build a timber frame kit, like basically a shed or like a small cabin kit. I don't love that angle. Yep, that's right, man. Yep, it's a good thing about the UK. Yep. That's just my situation. It's not political, man. I'm not even getting political, y'all. I'm just saying if I go to the hospital, It's out of my pocket. I don't have health insurance, you know, and you guys know what that is. Y'all know what that is. So I'm not going to the ER. I'm not going to the ICU. If I get cut, it's getting treated here. Luckily, I learned how to sew recently. Better keep that stuff up, right? So, you know, we'll figure out what stitch I can use in myself, and we'll stitch myself up. And if I can't, then I'll go to urgent care where it's $125. A lot of money, right? But hospital. I took my son to the hospital in December. He has insurance, $527, and he had the flu, so he was only in there for a half an hour. I wonder what they charge the insurance company. $527 with insurance. I had a video I shared once on how to cut a slice in Band-Aids, where to apply them. Interesting. I do have a draw knife, but it's got guts on it right now because I'm using it to do hides. I don't like drawing. Draw knife is called a draw knife because you got to bring it towards yourself. I like using the chisel. Chisel is my preferred tool, guys. I do. But thank you for calling me Buckskin Cal, Mike. I'll call you something like that too if you want. Yes, I have a draw knife, but right now it's being used as a fleshing knife. So it's got raccoon guts on it or deer guts. Oh, I hit that spot right there. Not to talk about this now with Pilato in this situation, but remember when my daughter had that ectopic pregnancy? It was in the ER. I do remember. That cost her $4,200, and that was after insurance pay. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm sorry that you went through that too. That's a horrible, horrible experience. Horrible experience. But yeah, that's urgent care. Pilato said my other daughter was exhibiting symptoms yesterday, so I had her go to the urgent care and got her tested for. They do good. A lot of urgent cares do a great job with this. Flu, strep, you got good insurance. So I know if your copay was 40 there, you have insurance like I used to have for my family with Blue Cross Blue Shield, where I paid pre-tax $2,500 a month for my family to be insured on Blue Cross, and my employer paid another $1,600 or something. Total amount of my insurance was like $4,200 a month for my family. That's what it was. So that's when I paid 40 at the urgent care. Now, no insurance, I pay 125. Yeah, I'm sure what Roy has insurance on those girls, and that's a rate that you get with insurance. Like that was the rate I got when I was fully insured. Right. What it is an unsustainable business model that the medical establishment has created for itself. They've created an establishment that there's no one has the money except for them and a few select individuals to actually pay for the services that they provide, to provide them with the salaries that they think they've earned commensurate to the amount of work that they've done in education, right? So they believe they deserve six figures. Maybe that's true. I'm not going to argue. Maybe it's true. They deserve 200, 300,000 to just be a family practice doctor, at least $1 million if you're a specialist, at least a year. And then some specialists have to pay $100,000 a year in insurance, like an anesthesiologist. They got $100,000 malpractice insurance. It's $100,000 a year for a anesthesiologist, right? So they're like, oh, I got to pay $100,000 to be insured. That's more than everything. the whole establishment is blown. It's ballooned way out of where anyone could pay the amounts. These are not costs that people can pay anymore. Back in the day, they wouldn't have thought to charge, like if your average person in America cannot afford a $400 emergency expense and you go to the ER and it's $600 with insurance, most people are going to be hurt by that expense, right? So that right there is a situation where the market is not right. The market is there. The price on the market is not affordable to the person. So then the service can't be provided. So what is insurance doing? Insurance is creating a situation where they're paying. I don't even know how they make money off this actually, but they do. They make tons of money, hand over fist. There's the cost of the service is absorbed or by these insurance companies, but the medical establishment has blown them up to a point where the insurance companies will take it and then they cap it, and then there's this game back and forth where they say that's above our cap, we won't pay that, and then the insurance company, then the hospital says okay, boom, fires back with the right below their cap, and then they pay it, right? So it's max out, right? And then we're caught in the middle of it. Yeah. I remember one time I had a kidney stone. I was in the hospital for 2 hours and my insurance company was charged $14,000. I don't drink soda anymore. You know? Yep. Serious subject, man. I don't think it's going anywhere either. Just because people get a job that has insurance doesn't stop the problem. The problem is the market is not the market does not fit the average consumer's ability to pay. So if you have insurance, if you're stretched, like I was paying over $2,000 a month out of pre-tax, but post-tax, that's a lot of money, man, a ton of money to have medical insurance for my family. And there was never any way that I was using that amount of money a month in any of these services. So the amount they were taking, I was basically paying a tax to these insurance companies. This is a service of many services. Now it is our life. So it is one that many people take very seriously, but it's a service. And, when you go to the hospital and they don't put you in a room and you sit in the hallway and they come out and they give you ibuprofen, or they, and they charge your insurance company $500 for the ibuprofen, you start to see that something ain't right, man. The game ain't right. No thanks. I'll give myself ibuprofen. They wanted last time I'd get sports injuries. I would get occasionally. I hyperextended my knee skateboarding, badly. It was a pretty bad injury. Hurt. Went to the hospital. Couldn't walk in. This guy had to help me walk in. And I was in the hospital. They wanted to give me an ace bandage. I was like, somebody help me. Drag me out of here. I don't want it, doc. Took like 3 hours. I was really mean to the doctor too. I don't think he expected that. Like, I don't think he expected somebody to be smart with him. I was like, yeah, it's like, we're going to get you out of here. Here's some information. I was like, no offense, but like, I have Google, right? He handed me a packet of printed out information about the injury I had. I was like, I have Google, man. Is this what you do? Right? And then I'm supposed to be thankful to you? Well, I'm sorry. I mean, we blah, 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 blah. And he started arguing with me. It was pretty funny. The nurses at first thought I was really mean. And then they saw that I was standing up to the doctor for a reason. It's BS, man. And one of the nurses, even though the policy of the hospital is not to walk patients out to their vehicle, right? Because nurses have gotten hurt doing that. One of these nurses wheeled me out to my vehicle, man, because I was done. I was like, I'm not staying here one more minute. I don't want to be in here one more minute. Somebody help me out of here. And one of these nurses, man, even though it was against the hospital policy, She pushed my wheelchair all the way back out to my vehicle, probably because they liked it when I stood up to that doctor. He's a little prick. Just a mouthy little prick, man. And he's so important. So important. He had this little flippant attitude. Seen it so many times with these guys. Who the hell do you think you're? Guess what they call a guy who graduates bottom of his class in medical school? Y'all heard that one before? What do they call a guy who graduates bottom of his class in medical school? Doctor. That's what they call him. Yeah, they knew I was mean, Pilato, but I wasn't being mean for no reason. They knew what I was doing. That's bullshit, man. I heard what the nurses were going through too. I didn't mean to be. I wasn't putting any of that on the nurses, and I wasn't putting any of it on the staff. They have a lot of there's a lot they're going through. People have a lot going on. Someone reminded me of that too. When I told somebody this story, you got to remember, Calvin, there's people in there dying and all kinds of stuff going on. I was like, yeah, that's true. But if you can't take a person, don't admit them. Don't put them in the hallway. Don't set them up as if they're getting care, right? That's a money grab. We can't see you. Keep them in the waiting room then, I guess. I mean, I hate to say it, but don't see me if you can't see me, right? If you can't afford, if you don't have the time to give me proper care, then don't bill me like you gave me proper care. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. She said, I got mad. Baby Kid said, I've gotten mad at doctors before when they stand in your doorway laughing at you. Ooh, when did that happen? Yes, I tried to understand. I wonder if the doctors ever get mad when we stand in the room laughing at them. Well, I'm sure they do. Years ago, I tried to understand a lie, so I sprayed the entire emergency room red. What? I think one of the words came out differently. Maybe somebody, I'll figure it out here in a second. Sometimes my brain doesn't work when I'm running the live stream. I have to look back at the chat. Hey, special thanks to Roy for that those donated memberships. Thanks to Mike for his donated membership. Thank to Mike also for his super thanks yesterday. Appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate that, Roy. This is how we keep the channel growing. This is how we do our thing here. Very, very much appreciated. We love y'all and appreciate y'all, man. We really do. Oh, unalive, yeah. I wonder if the dogs ever get mad when unalive. Oh, okay. Yeah. AI is crazy. This stuff, I just ignore it. If they're going to take people from my room, then take them because I'm going to say stuff. It's just going to happen. getting closer. When I looked at this, I said you probably could resaw this handle too. That'd be another way you could get it to thinner stock to be ready for this. But I was like, if I resaw this and make a mistake. And this is too skinny anyway, so we want it wider than that. And in Dad's workshop, we don't ever finish projects in one day, man. That's not how we roll here. We do stuff and take our time. Yeah, that's going to be good. It'll work. I'm going to take a little bit more meat off these sides, and then I'm going to kiss y'all goodbye like this. Mwah. Mwah. Raccoon, I really want to get that into a pickling solution soon. It is stinking. I salted it again this morning. I put it in a freezer bag with the salt on it last night. That was a mistake. I should have let it drain out freely. That could be the difference between the fur staying and not. But yeah, I don't like that at all. The angle is horrible. Kiss y'all goodbye like mwah. We know, baby kisses. We love you. We're not worried about you. You never have tried that stuff in here, BK. But everybody's got to laugh and make jokes too, you know? So don't worry about it. Heather loves you. What she hates are mostly men. No offense, guys. Yes, indeed. Miss Heather. Oh yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm the lucky one here. I'm the lucky one. Got to have that person for yourself. That person is really important, man. You know? You'll know if you know, you know, if you know, you know. IYKYK, y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah. IYKYK. You know, man. She's something. Uh-oh, we got the truck. Truck. Oh, it's a little off center there, so it needs to be worked like right here. It's kind of a tricky little spot here. That gets a little twist to it. Probably, I did not mean to take that much off right there. Probably file this or, rasp it down to its final dimension, Yeah, so this is a live stream, y'all. And the difference with live streams and long form videos is that if you're gonna yap and chat with, I need something to do when I'm yapping with people. So this is just, it would be this or a cup of coffee and this, and I yap with people, and then I make long form videos, and hopefully I get better at it, and in the future, those can hold water better. Still working on mastering that craft, but for me, honestly, man, you see this even the famous bearded Viking said on his live stream that he doesn't do woodwork on his live stream, right? It's hard to kind of maintain a woodworking live stream and continue to do woodworking. I think you could do the same projects over and over again, or you could be creative and spend all day trying to figure out what the next project is, right? I think it's hard. This is my opinion. This is me throwing this out in the air because it's hard to do anything. It's hard to do taxidermy on live stream. It's hard to do tanning on live stream. Now, woodchuckers come up with something cool, and that is a 360-degree camera, basically system that he can wheel around the room, and then they see everything he's doing. But at the same time, you and I know, and Pilato knows this as well, live streaming is extremely unprofitable. It's to build a community only, really, and to build viewing hours and so forth. Oh, Pilato said I'm a catch. Oh, you be nice. Stop, Pilato. Stop. So I propose that live streams are basically at this point community building, community sustaining, right? You have to build a community, you have to sustain it. So you have to sustain an effort on live streams. But at the end of the day, that might have been a honk for me. At the end of the day, you have to have an income source, right? So it has to be leading to something. Either you're getting sales, you sell stuff. And you guys know I don't really sell stuff on here. Other than now, we have YouTube shopping, so you'll see things in the corner that we're using on the live stream for sale, where you can click the link. But other than that, I'm not like selling items in a personal store, things like that. So what essentially, I'm monetizing personality, right? I tell this to people, like, it's the Calvin show. It's Buckskin Cal show. You like that, Buckskin Cal? Whiskey soaked voice, that's Buckskin Cal. I sound like the Westwood One. You're watching the NFL on Westwood One. Y'all like that? Gets at it? NFL on Westwood One. Now back to the game. Oh yeah. Argument about college. Heather has 100% punched me multiple times. Oh, I lost that one. Okay, there we go. We're back. Welcome back to Buckskin Cal. Now, if we wedge it like this one, I think they did a hole down toward the bottom. I mean, this was horrible handle. It's also made out of, I do believe this is actually, this may be hickory. Oh. It's light though. I like that last finishing that I did on my last ash handle, which was I used the oak gall ink stuff. That really worked well. I like that a lot. I've never seen that term before. Welcome to Dad's Workshop with Buckskin Cal. Ooh, we are so close to fitting. And then once we do that, then we shape the sexy ass handle. It's gonna be sexy as hell. It's gonna be an awesome handle. I'm gonna swang that thing because y'all are cool. Hey, let me show you my raccoon I got last night to add to my raccoons. Hopefully, everybody put little thoughts and prayers that it doesn't lose his hair. You know, thoughts and prayers that it don't lose his hairs. That's what we're hoping. Ooh, he's right, man. He needs to be scraped the rest of the way. Then I got a deer hide needs to go into tannins. I got a squirrel hide. I got 2 squirrel hides that I need to put through the process. Hey, what subscriber number did we get to today? What did we get to? It's probably low because I didn't push it. Boo. Hey, let's get one more subscriber. One more subscriber, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. One more. So I want it to be 15. Come on, we can do that. 5171. Dude, I've been on live. I've been on live so long. I don't know if I want to click. It's a long-term investment in my life. No, it's not. You can unsubscribe anytime. You can. All you got to do is just click subscribe. That's what you got to do. People in the gallery. Did I just get frozen? I will let it go, but I think I'm frozen. Why did I disappear? I'm not in the screen. I am settled, so now we can talk about anything. Idaho Cody, what's up? Yeah. Oh no, it's okay, Idaho Cody. I'll come in a little later tomorrow, probably. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Oh no, I found it. Ladies and gentlemen, do subscribe. I need them subscribers. I need like 2 more is what I really need. I need like 2 more. I'll scrape a little more off this chisel. So I need like 2 more subscribers, y'all. They gotta meet my goal. I gotta like come on, 5 subscribers. Come on, we gotta do better than that, y'all. We gotta do better than that. We're not professionals if we don't do better than that. Subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I can hold buckskin up to the screen too. That works always. That's what we'll do. Cheap tricks, you know what I mean? Cheap tricks. Making leather into stuff. Oh wow, I'm a low battery on my phone. I had to go soon. Making leather into stuff. Super soft leather. Homemade. Learn stuff that when you're not at work. Learn stuff when you're not there. Think about this while you're at work. Don't pay attention to those little tasks that your boss gave you. It's not important. What's important is that you enrich your brain with skills that you've never learned before. What's important is that you enjoy your life and do the things that you wanted to do all the time. I wanted to make leather and fur stuff. You know, I just wanted to see, could I do it? And I did. I wanted to make a bunk bed with no nails, screws, or pins in it. And I did that. So if you want to, you know, fuck off a little bit at work and kind of, you know, the boss isn't looking over your shoulder, you can pop on that YouTube channel and just subscribe, you know? Don't worry. I like you too, you know? I would watch your channel too, but you're in a cubicle. And so what I need you to do is subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. And then when the boss comes around the back, just tap, 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 you know, close it up. But it is winding down a little bit. It is winding down. She's winding down, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Buckskin Cal, and you've been at Dad's Workshop. Let's see here. Hold on, I just did something that was the wrong thing. Let me see where we are live update. Even if it's not, I'm still going to say we did get the... Oh, we did not. Sorry, I wasn't very good at lying there. We did not. Buckskin Cal. That's going to be warm. Make Heather a halter top. Dude, I thought about that. That's what I showed her today. I sent her a picture of basically a wet formed halter top, right? That was made on a model, like on a mannequin. And I was, you know, of course I had her in mind in that thing. You know, it's so weird you said that. Yep, sure thought about that, baby kisses. Definitely thought about that. Yeah. Armor did used to be made that way, wet formed in a position. You missed the beginning, Idaho Cody, but we did. We've been doing flip flops. I'm doing flip flops right now, but I'm gonna make. What do you call Minnetonka? What do they call it? Moccasins. We're gonna do moccasins when it gets cooler, but these are for the hot weather. I'm gonna be going crab fishing, so I need some flip flops, and I want to make my own because I got my own leather. So we're gonna make them with these. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. 43 people, 43 likes. It seems the perfect time to say goodbye. I love y'all. Take care. I'm not worried about the subscriber. Do subscribe or don't. Unsubscribe if you want. Love y'all. Take care. Do what you want to do. Have a great day. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Thanks, Pilato. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you. Got to get out of here. Take care until next time. Do the next right thing. Give somebody a hug. See you later.